Hello everyone, I wanted to give you another video for this week. We're going to do a sort of full class. I know that I've been doing like the focus videos, so I thought I'd give you just a fresh class plan. It's going to be about 40-45 minutes long, as I think that tends to be the time that you guys are liking for doing your home practice. So we're just going to get straight into it. We're going to get up on our feet. So stand there with the feet and knees hip width apart. Let's get into alignment. The lighting isn't great just now, but it will be better when I get down on the mat with you. So just the joys of working from home. So let's keep your knees a bit soft, okay? And then we'll get your pelvis into neutral. So tipping back and forth and just settling round about the middle. So holding the tummy muscles in slightly and relaxing your arms down by your sides. So we're going to loosen off the shoulders to begin with, just getting the lower part of our body stabilised and into alignment. So we're just going to start with our shoulder rolls. So bringing your shoulders forward, up, back and then down. So just a nice flowing movement, taking the shoulders up to your ears and then pinching your shoulder blades back together. Good, and then let's start to lift your elbows up now as well. So just think about taking these circles out a bit wider, loosen off across your chest, taking your hands onto your shoulders if that's comfortable, circling the elbows up and then taking them all the way back. Let's do one more like this. Good, let's finish off with a few big arm circles now. So taking the arms up, opening up through your chest, taking your arms back. Keep your elbows a little bit soft. Good. We'll keep your arms by your sides. Let's take the shoulders round in the other direction now. So back up and forward. We'll just start to deepen the breath. Just bringing yourself into your class, just getting the mind focused. Okay, let's start to circle the elbows out now as well. Other direction, a bit more emphasis on your upper back. Hands onto the shoulders, we'll pull the elbows in front now. Do one more. And then let's do a few big arm circles to finish off here. Let's take the arms out wide. Just be mindful of anything above you. Got a light right above me here and a wall beside me, a little bit tight for space, but we'll make it work. Let's do one more. Pull the arms forward. Good. Give your upper body a little shake out. So your pelvis should still be in neutral. We'll now just get the upper body into alignment. So let's inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears, attach your helium balloons. As you exhale, let's melt your shoulders as we lengthen the spine and lengthen into your neck. Lifting your rib cage as well. Inhale to lift, ribs staying lifted now. And as you exhale, let's melt the shoulders, lengthen your spine, lengthen into your neck. Good, let's bring your shoulders up one last time. And then turning your palms out now to face the front. So open up and rotate outwards from your shoulders. Keep your ribs lifted and then we'll melt the shoulders down. Feel your shoulder blades sliding down the back of your rib cage. And we'll stick our elastoplast on so they don't move as we relax your arms down by your sides. So we'll take it into your corkscrew. So let's inhale, float the arms up. Exhale to melt the shoulders. And inhale. Exhale as you pull your arms down, as you lengthen your spine into your neck. Good, let's keep that going. So just trying to be really present in this stretch. So you're actively lengthening down your back muscles. You're also lengthening across your shoulders and the front of your chest. Pulling your crown of your head away from your tailbone. Let's do one more. Your knees are staying soft. Lovely. Such a lovely stretch, that one. Let's shake it out. Okay, so let's make your way down onto the floor now. So we'll keep the legs bent when we get down. And I'll just readjust my video, my camera. Okay guys, so when you get down, just take a few deep breaths here. Let's just start to relax our bodies down into the floor. So I want you to imagine that you're lying on some nice hot sand and your body is just sinking down into the sand. It's leaving an imprint. We'll keep your legs bent. Okay, good. And then on your next exhale, just let the back of your ribs really soften down and flatten into the sand. Your arms are by your sides, palms fully facing up towards the sky. Sliding your arms out a little and just feel your shoulder blades flatten out into the sand. Tucking in your chin, lengthening into your neck. Good, so let's get your pelvis into alignment again. Let's start to tip the pelvis back and forth. And just make that move smaller and smaller, settling round about the middle. So just hold in a very slight space through your lower spine. Just enough to drag through our little silk scarf and for it not to get caught. Your feet and knees are hip width apart. Let's start with the legs bent. And we'll just make sure that we're spreading our weight out evenly into all four corners of each foot. So we're into alignment now. Let's go through the breathing. Let's wake up our corset muscles. So let's inhale, taking your breath into the sides of the rib cage. And as you exhale, let's pull each side of your rib cage in towards each other. So pulling across your upper body. And inhale. Exhale and pull across your ribs. Pull down on your tummy muscles now. So belly button in towards your spine without pressing down through your lower back. Let's inhale into the sides of the rib cage. Exhale, pull across your ribs, pull down on your abdominals. Let's pull across the front of the hip bones as well now. So lower abdominals are also working now as well. We're going to put this all together. So when you're ready, let's inhale. As you exhale, lace your corset now. So ribs, abdominals, pulling across the hip bones. And just inhale when you're ready. And let's take a few breaths in your own time. Lace in your corset muscles as you exhale. And then just feeling each side of your ribcage expand away from each other as you inhale. Breathing sideways into your body. So only your chest is rising and falling with the breath. Keeping the abdominals still. So shoulders relaxed and just scanning down your body, just noticing your head feeling heavy on your pillow. Back of your shoulders are heavy in the sand. The back of your hands are heavy on the sand as well. And the back of both of your hips are feeling even. And you're not holding more weight in the back of one hip compared to the other. And we've got all four corners nicely grounded down into the sand as well. So we're going to carry on with your corset breathing. We're just going to take one leg into tabletop. So I'm going to talk you getting that leg lifted. So let's inhale to prepare. Sides of the rib cage. Exhale, lace your corsets, ribs, abdominals, pulling across your hip bones. And then let's start to slowly lift one leg, lifting your knee up. And we're just going to take that leg into our tabletop position. So your knee is coming above your hip. Bottom of your leg is parallel to the floor, so we're holding that right angle with your leg. Inhale when you're ready. Exhale and just lace your corset. We're going to keep this leg lifted. So just carry on with your corset breathing now. Relaxing your leg here, so really try to switch off your thigh muscles. Just give your toes a little wiggle, just helps to relax your foot. And just scanning down your body again, just making sure that you're still in alignment. Back of the shoulders down, back of the hips feeling even. Holding on to your corset, just keeping your breath into the sides of your body. So you can either keep this leg here, if you want to on your next exhale. As you lace your corset, let's try to straighten this leg away. So think about keeping your foot parallel to the floor. And just sliding your foot further away, your leg will start to straighten. Keep your knees soft. Checking your alignment, just making sure your pelvis is still in neutral and your lower back hasn't lifted here. Okay, and if you want to, we can then start to lower this leg further towards the floor. Just making the weight of this leg heavier. So Use your isolation, relax your leg, use your core to take the weight of it instead. Loosen your corset a bit more as you exhale, relaxing your upper body. Let's steadily bring this leg back into tabletop, still relaxing through your thigh. Take your time. Good, and then when you're ready, inhale, exhale, lace your corset. Let's slowly bring that foot back down, so moving from your hip as you lower that leg back down. Lovely guys, we're going to do that again on the other leg. Okay, so just getting yourself into position before you start. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset. Let's start to slowly bring the other leg up, so make sure the back of your hips are feeling even. Relaxing your thigh right away. Okay, and just making sure that you're holding that right angle through your leg and your knee isn't coming too close. If your knee is too close, you'll start to feel your lower back sort of pressing back against the floor, and it will start to rest down. So we want to just make sure that we're taking the thigh a bit further away so that we're still holding that slight space through our lower back. And just carry on with your corset breathing here. Inhaling into the sides of your body, exhaling, lacing your corset, still relaxing your leg. Give your toes a little wiggle here, shoulders back. Good. On your next exhale, if you want to, let's start to straighten this leg away, just sliding your foot a bit further away from your body. Keep it parallel to the floor, your leg will start to straighten. You'll feel the weight becoming heavier and you'll feel more pressure trying to pull the pelvis forward. Relaxing your leg, relaxing back through the shoulders and your ribs, keeping your neck nice and long. Let's lower this leg further towards the floor now if you want to. Okay, just keep relaxing that leg, pelvis in neutral, relax your shoulders. Good, and let's steadily bring this leg back into tabletop. Take your time. And then we'll inhale, exhale, lace your corset. Let's slowly bring that foot back down now. Moving from your hip, holding that right angle as you bring your leg back down. Let's hug the knees in, guys, well done. Just give your back a stretch out here. And then we'll take your feet back down, hip width apart. Let's take your heels a bit further away now, just an inch or two further. Let's get the pelvis settled. We're going to do single tabletop legs. We're going to add in the arms as well. So let's bring both arms up, fingers pointed to the sky, keeping the elbows soft, and let your shoulder blades just melt down. So arms are slightly wider than shoulder width apart. So as we lift one leg into tabletop, we'll take the arms overhead. So let's inhale, exhale and lace your corset, and let's lift one leg up slowly as we float the arms back. Keep relaxing your leg. Keep the shoulders back as the arms float overhead. Good, let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, relax your arms as we slowly float them back in as we lower your leg, moving from your hip. Hold that right angle between your thigh and lower leg if you can. Let's change legs, let's keep that going. So when you're ready, inhale, exhale, lace your corset. Just taking the weight of that leg as it lifts. And as your arms float back, you want to keep the back of your ribs in place and your shoulder blades. So just scan down your body, check you're still in alignment. Inhale, exhale, lace your corset. We'll slowly float the arms up as we lower your leg. I'll let you keep that going now in your own time. Just check your shoulder blades are still heavy in the sand. Keeping the elbows soft. Let's do one last move now. hug your knees up. Just give your back a little rock out side to side, or back and forth if that feels comfortable. Just gently tipping the pelvis back and forth. Okay, good. So that first move that we did, we're going to try that move with both legs lifted. So we'll bring both legs up in tabletop, we'll lift them one at a time. We'll keep both legs lifted and then we'll try to straighten each leg out one at a time as well. So quite a challenging move. You can do this move with single legs, okay? And then just keep changing legs. So just do what feels right for your body when you're doing this class. Obviously our body's changing all the time. What felt good last week might not feel good today. So just listen to your body. So we'll bring the arms back down, palms facing up, keeping the back of the hips down, shoulders relaxed. So you can start with your heels a bit further away again, or you can just start with them in your regular position. I'll let you decide. So let's inhale, exhale and lace your corset, ribs, abdominals, pull across your hips. Let's bring that first leg slowly into tabletop now. Okay, just relaxing your leg right away. Let's get your hips feeling nice and even before we bring that second leg up. Good, let's inhale, exhale and lace your corset, and let's slowly take your time. Let's bring that second leg up. So try to not rush this part. You want to flatten down on your tummy muscles here. Check your alignment, good. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset. Let's do a few breaths here with both legs lifted, so double the weight now. You might feel your lower back wanting to arch up, so just keep pressing your pelvis back into neutral, but without pressing down too much through your lower back. We want to keep that slight space, and that's what makes this move so challenging, is that we're not imprinting down through the lower spine here. We're holding our neutral alignment. Relaxing your thighs, good. On your next exhale, lace your corset, and if you want to, let's try to straighten one leg away. So keep your foot parallel, let's straighten that leg out, keep your knee soft. You might be a little bit shaky like I am. Okay, just take it as far as you want to go. Pull your hip bones together, down on your tummy muscles, relax your shoulders. Good, and let's steadily bring that leg back in. You're doing great, well done. Good, let's reset, relax the shoulders, let's inhale. Exhale, lace your corset. Let's try to straighten the other leg away. So really pull your hip bones in together, pressing back into neutral. Good, let's steadily bring that leg back in nice and slowly, well done. We're back in tabletop now, good, let's inhale. Exhale and lace your corset. Let's slowly bring that first leg down. So keep your leg bent, we're going to bring your foot back down onto the floor. Moving from your hip, still relaxing your thigh. Lovely, let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, and let's slowly bring the second leg down on its own. And breathe, good, such a hard move. Let's hug your knees up and just have a stretch. Oh, it's really hot today, feeling even hotter now. So that's the sort of breakdown of our classic move, the 100. So really quite a challenge when we start taking both legs off the floor. A lot of work for our back muscles as well, not just, you know, the abdominals, but quite a lot going on through the whole of the core, especially when we're trying to hold everything in alignment. That's what makes it really hard. So let's take it into your hip flexor stretch. Let's keep one knee hugged in, press your lower back down, and then we'll straighten your other leg away. Okay, let your foot relax out to the side and then slide your leg out a little until you feel a stretch up in the top of that hip. Okay, we're just going to relax into it. So just keep breathing. It's quite important that we're breathing when we're stretching, and soften through your hips and your thigh. This might feel enough for you here, but if you want to, just taking your knee out to the side an inch or two, just away from your straight leg. Keep the back of your hips anchored back, and we'll relax into it again. Just take some deep breaths. And then let's give your glutes a good squeeze. Squeeze in your bum cheek, relax. Just feel the front of your hips soften a bit more. relax there. Let's bring that straight leg back in. Let's hug that knee up into your chest as well. Just have another little rock out side to side. So other leg now, let's keep that knee hugged in. Press your lower back down as you slide that leg away. Let your foot flop out and then slide your leg out to the side. And let's hold it there and take some nice deep breaths. So taking your knee out if you want to get a bit deeper. Make sure the back of your hips don't lift at that point. And relax into it. And let's give the glutes a good squeeze again. Let's hold that there for a second or two. And relax. Let's bring that straight leg back in now. Let's hug that knee back up. Just rock your back out. Circle the knees round one way and then the other. Lovely guys. Let's bring your feet back down. So let's take it into a hamstring stretch. So using a band if you need to. I don't have one to hand this morning, so I'll just do it without. So keep your lower back pressed down. Let's hug one knee into the chest. Pop your bands over if you have it. And then let's start to slowly straighten that leg up. So if you don't have a band, you can just interlock your fingers behind your thigh. If you can reach that far. If not, just keep it lifted. We're just going to hold it here for a few seconds and try to get a nice stretch into the hamstrings. And just keep breathing. Press your bum down into the floor as you gently point your toes back towards your head. I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. I know it's not great this morning, but hopefully just hearing my voice and things, it won't matter too much. Let's bend that knee back down. We're going to change over, so just changing over in your band if you have one. Press your lower back into the floor. Let's hug the other knee in. And then we'll start to straighten that leg up now. So try to get your leg as straight as possible, and then you should feel this in the hamstrings. And breathe into it. Pressing your bum into the floor, gently point your toes back towards your head. Keep breathing. And release. Let's bend that knee back down. So we're going to move into the shoulder bridge now. So we can take your pillow away for this one. I'm just going to see if I can get the camera to focus on me a bit more. A little bit better. Okay, so we'll take your pillow away. We'll bring your heels a bit closer into your body, but still keeping them hip width apart. Arms by your sides, palms facing the sky. We'll tuck in the chin slightly, and we're going to do our little pelvic tilts to begin with. So let's inhale, exhale and lace your corset, tip your pelvis all the way back now so your lower back is now flush with the floor. Hold it there. And as you inhale, just relax into neutral. We'll keep that going now, so exhale, lace your corset as you tip your pelvis back, pressing down firmly through your lower spine. And inhale, come back into neutral. And just do a few in your own breath now. So tipping back and forth, and we'll start to loosen off these muscles through your lower back and your hips. Okay guys, well done. Just come back into neutral now. We're going to lift up into your full bridge, so just check that your weight is evenly spread out into all 4 points of your feet. Okay, palms facing up. Let's inhale. Exhale and lace your corset. Let's start with your prep move, tipping the pelvis all the way back, and then we'll start to peel the tailbone up now, and then followed by the rest of the spine. Just try to lift one part at a time and slowly lift it up until you have a slope from your knees down to your shoulders if you can. Inhale again at the top, exhale and lace your corset. Keep tipping your pelvis back and start to lay your spine back down from the top, working your way down to the bottom, allowing the lower back to come down, and then your tailbone is coming down right at the end of the move. And let's keep that going now. So using your corset to keep it controlled, spreading out into all four corners still as you lift up into your bridge. Also tucking in your chin, just feel your neck begin to lengthen along the floor, along your mat as you lift up into the bridge. Guys, and then you might feel that your muscles have started to loosen off now, and you can just get a bit more movement into your spine. So we're really trying to curl through the spine with this one, articulate the spine, love that word. And you're trying to allow every part of your vertebrae to make contact with the floor, so take your time with it. And if you're feeling tight in any areas of your back, you can always just take a pause and just sort of hover in your bridge at that point, and just sort of let the weight of your body just help to kind of massage that area against the floor. It just helps to kind of loosen off those muscles there. You might get a little bit of micro pops that you get into the spine by doing that. I know I get some of them sometimes if I'm feeling particularly tight. We'll just do a couple more. We're going to make this your last move now that you're working on. Lovely, guys. So this time we're going to lift up into your bridge. We're going to keep your bridge lifted, and we're going to do some little hip dips. So we're going to be relaxing one side of the glutes so that your bum cheek relaxes and that hip dips down towards the floor, and then we'll squeeze the bum cheek and lift that hip back up. And we're going to do a few on each side. And this one's really good for strengthening through your lower back muscles and into your glutes and your abductors as well. So we're sort of targeting behind the body now, into the back body. So let's make sure your heels are comfortably close enough in, keeping the arms relaxed by your sides. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale and lace your corset. So let's tip the pelvis back, and then we'll start to lift up into your bridge, keeping your chin tucked in. And if you can, lifting your hips up until you have your slope from your knees down to your shoulders. Now it's important that we make sure that we're not over flexing the spine. So you don't want your ribs to be lifted up too much so that your back is arching through. We want to try and keep the spine in neutral. So you want to have your hips lifted, but your rib cage is down, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're not expanding the chest towards the ceiling. We've got a nice straight spine. So we're going to keep our bridge lifted now. And now just relax one of your bum cheeks and just let that hip dip down towards the floor. So your hip is going to tip to one side now, and that bum cheek is going to come a bit lower to the ground. Good, and then give your glutes a good squeeze and lift that hip back up. We're going to change sides. So let's relax the other bum cheek now. Just let that hip dip down to the floor. Keep the other one squeezed nice and tight. And then we'll give it a squeeze and lift the hip back up. Good. We're going to do a few to each side now. So you want to keep your weight spread out into all 4 points of your feet. Keep your knees hip width apart. So try to let your knees relax out to the side. And you'll start to feel your lower back muscles working quite a bit now with this move. If you're feeling cramp coming on at all in the legs, then you can just take it back into your regular bridge. So squeeze and lift the hips back up. Good. Keep your corset nice and tight as well. Good. Pushing the hips up. And just really try to relax that bum cheek. Switch it off completely, which is quite hard to do because our glutes are always just so eager. A really big muscle there. It's the kind of the thickest muscle that we have in the body, so we want to really try to relax them down. Let's do one more to each side. Well done. Good, and then we'll gently just roll out of your bridge when you're ready. Take it nice and slowly. And let your tailbone come down last. Lovely guys, hug your knees up. Just give your lower back a little release now. Give it a massage on the floor, just rock out side to side. Oh, so probably feeling that quite a bit in the hamstrings as well, so really good for strengthening the hamstrings, the glutes, into those lower back muscles. Lovely guys, we're going to take it into your Z stretch now, so it'll feel quite nice after doing that move. So let's take your pillow back behind your head and we'll keep the legs bent. Take the arms out wide so you can have them out nice and straight, or if you're struggling for space like I am, you can also bend your elbows. We'll cross your right leg over your left, or you can bring your feet and knees together instead if that's too uncomfortable for your hips. We'll gently lower both knees over to your left hand side. And then keep your shoulder blades pulled back against the floor. Turn your head over to your right hand. And just breathe into this stretch. And as you exhale, relax your thighs. Let your hips really soften. Just let any tension go that you're holding into the hips. We'll get a nice stretch into the lower back here. And feel quite nice down the side of the body. Into our big pectoralis major, big chest muscles as well, just letting them open out. And you might feel your knees just sinking a bit closer as the muscles loosen off. Good, so press your lower back down into the floor. Let's gently push your knees back up. And we'll cross the other leg over. And then gently taking both knees over to your right now. Pull your shoulder blades back and turn your head to your left hand. Okay, and then just breathe into that stretch. Just let your hips relax, let your thighs soften. Deep breaths. Good, let's press down through your lower back as we push your knees back up. Let's uncross the legs now, and then we'll straighten one leg away, followed by the other. We'll bring both arms overhead, so full body stretch, point through your toes and your fingers. Give your abdominals a really good stretch out here. Give your glutes a good squeeze, get a nice stretch across the hips. And relax, let's do that a few times. Give the glutes a squeeze, and then release. Lovely guys. So let's roll onto your side and then come up onto your hip, and we're going to just take it round into prone alignment now. So I'm going to let you make your way down onto your front so that you're fully lying down with just your forehead resting on the edge of your pillow. We'll bring your arms in a W position when you get down, and I'll just readjust my camera. So obviously I won't be joining you for this move, so I can just talk you through it. Okay, so you're fully lying on your front, palms either side of your head, elbows bent. We'll bring your arms out wide enough so your shoulder blades can relax down. Your feet are hip width apart here as well. And just imagine that you've got a little ice cube at your belly button that you're pulling up away from. So you want to draw your belly button in towards your spine. And that will just allow your lower back to gently push back up into neutral so we don't have too much of a dip in the lower back. Okay, so we're going to start with our single leg lifts. So let's inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift one leg away from the floor. Keep your leg nice and straight as you lift it. And inhale and slowly lower. And just keep that going now with the other leg. So exhale as you lift. We'll change legs each time. And inhale to lower. So you want to keep pulling up away from the ice cube as your leg lifts, so your lower back doesn't start to dip down. And just imagine you've got a helium balloon tied on at the back of your thigh, so just above your knee. Relax your lower leg and your foot, and just think about lifting from your thigh, and that'll just allow your back muscles, your lower back muscles, to kick in a bit more with this move. Okay, and then just relax down there, guys. Just have a breather for a moment. So we're now going to take our attention to the upper back muscles now. So your arms are bent, your palms are staying either side of your head, and this time we're going to lift both arms up. And you've also got the option here to lift your head and chest as well if you want to, but only do that if your back is feeling up to it. Okay, so let's inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift both arms, lifting the head and chest if you want to, but keeping your chin tucked in. And then inhale and slowly lower down with control. And we'll keep that going. So exhale on your lift, keep pulling up away from your ice cube, strong core. And inhale to lower. Lovely. So keep your shoulder blades elastoplastid. Keep your neck nice and long so your chin is staying tucked in if you're lifting the head and chest, so that our lift is coming from our back muscles and not our neck muscles. So make sure your head isn't tipping back if you're lifting up the head and the chest. And really take your time as you lower down. Really use your back muscles to keep that part of the move controlled. Holding on to your abdominals so they're just supporting your back here. And we'll make that your last move, and then just relax down, just have a breather. So we're going to go back to our lower back muscles again. So this time we're going to speed up our leg move, and we're going to take it into our swimming move, but just with the legs on their own. So this one's quite quick. So we're going to start with one leg lifted, and then we're just going to pulse the legs up and down quite fast. So lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Your legs are never coming down onto the floor. They're both staying lifted the whole time with this one. So if your back isn't feeling quite up to this move, just stick with your single legs as we did before. So we'll pull up away from your ice cube. Relax your shoulders back. Let's start by lifting one leg up. Try and get your leg nice and straight. And then hold on to your tummy muscles and then just go for it. So lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Pulsing the legs up and down. Just moving in different directions, and try to get a little bit of a flow with this one. Thinking about moving from your thighs again, so we're getting those lower back muscles kicking in. Keep the belly button in. Good, so think about as if you're swimming as fast as you can along the channel. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Good. Good, and relax down there, guys. Well done, have a breather. Okay, we're going to take it back to the upper back again. So this time we're going to lift up the arms. We're going to lift the head and chest as well if you want to. We're going to keep it lifted as we straighten the arms overhead, and then we'll bring them back in, and then we'll lower. So I'm going to talk you through it. So pull your belly button up, shoulder blades down and back. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting both arms, lifting your head and chest if you want to. Let's keep it lifted now. And then we'll straighten your arms out overhead, taking them forward. Let's bring your arms back in by your side, and then inhale and lower down. And that will start you off on your exhale to lift again. Arms, head and chest if you want. Keep it lifted as we straighten the arms out, keeping the shoulder blades back. Bringing your hands back in either side of your head, and then inhale to lower. Good, we'll keep that going now. So take your time, use your abdominals to protect your back, keeping the belly button drawn in nice and tightly. Keeping your neck nice and long, tucking in your chin. Lovely. Lovely guys, making that your last move, and just relax down when you're ready. Well done. And then I'll let you make your way onto your side, and then up onto your hands and knees. We're going to take it into child pose for a good stretch. So when you get there, just sitting your bum back on your ankles and just find a comfortable position here. You might want your knees together or a bit further apart if that feels better. Your arms can be out straight here, or you can have your elbows bent slightly, your forearms on the floor. And use your pillow. If you need to use your pillow for some support for your neck, just take that and rest your forehead onto the pillow. And let's start to deepen your breath. Just let your abdominals relax now. Sending your breath down towards your belly button, so using your diaphragm. And just feel your breath fill you up like a cup from the bottom to the top. Let your torso rise and then up into the chest. And then as you exhale, just let everything relax. Get a nice stretch into your back muscles. Let your shoulders relax as well. And just let any tension go in your neck. Let your jaw soften a little bit. And we'll just enjoy this stretch. And if it's comfortable, you might want to bring your arms down by your sides with your palms facing up towards the sky, so into your classic child pose. And just get more of a stretch into the back of your shoulders. And as you exhale, just let your shoulders sink down towards the floor a bit more. And just let everything relax. Lovely guys, we're going to think about making our way back up to standing. So just when you're ready, let's bring your arms back in front and we'll take it up onto the hands and knees. And then let's tuck your toes under and use your hands to push your weight back into your ankles. And just get a nice little stretch as you roll yourself up. So keep your head down and just roll your head up last. Take your time. I'll just get my camera repositioned. Oh, lighting is really terrible for this video, but I hope it's been okay. Fingers crossed. Okay guys, so when you get back up on your feet, we'll just do some shoulder rolls. Again, so just any direction. Keeping the elbows soft, so it's all about your shoulders. We'll reach up to the ears and then squeeze the shoulder blades back together. And let's reverse the direction now. Good. So we'll get into alignment to finish off. So stand in, feet and knees hip width apart. Your knees are a bit soft. And we'll get your pelvis into neutral. So tipping back and forth and just settling round about the middle. Let's keep the tummy muscles in just slightly, relaxing the arms down. And then we'll inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears, attach your helium balloons. And as you exhale, let's melt your shoulders down as we lengthen into your spine and into your neck. Lifting your rib cage as well. Inhale to lift, keeping the ribs lifted. Exhale as you melt your shoulders and lengthen into the spine. And then let's bring your shoulders up one last time. And then turn your palms out now to face the front. So think about rotating outwards from your shoulders. So keep your ribs lifted. We'll melt your shoulders back down. Just let your shoulder blades slide down your back. And elastoplast them into place now so they don't move. Relaxing from the elbows down. Good, and lastly, without looking down, just thinking about keeping your weight evenly spread into all 4 points of each foot so that you feel balanced, you feel centered, and you feel grounded. Well done. Good job. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Give me feedback as always. I really appreciate that. If you didn't catch my last video, it was the stretch and relax video, so we did a lot of stretches, some really lovely stretches, but we held them for a bit longer. And then at the end there's a 10-minute guided relaxation where I do a bit more of your deep breathing. So if that's something that you think you would enjoy, I would recommend you look at that video. I've had some really good feedback and it was my favourite one to film so far. So just let me know if you have any requests for any other videos, and just keep in touch. It's lovely to hear from you now and again, and I'll see you all soon next week in the other video. Bye for now.